Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Brett's Brain. Today we're going to talk about employee stock option pools, ESOPs. Why are they important, and why does every company that raises a round have to have one in place? Hey, I'm Brett Brohl, a former entrepreneur turned venture capitalist. Thank you so much for checking out Brett's Brain. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, follow, and don't forget to ask questions if you have any in the comment section down below. So ESOPs, what is it? It's actually a pretty simple concept, but it's something that every entrepreneur should know. An ESOP, or an employee stock option pool, is when you take a chunk of your company and you set it aside in this pool. So nobody actually owns it at that moment in time. Let's just say you take 10% of your company and you set it aside. And that pool is for future hires or future stock grants. Entrepreneurship is really risky. It's not as stable as going to a big corporate job. And so oftentimes when you make a hire or a new hire or bring somebody on, you have to offer them equity in addition to cash compensation. You have to give them a little bit of upside in your business, and that makes complete sense. And honestly, people are worth it if they can help move your business from 1 to 2. And so the employee stock option pool is a way that you can set it aside and plan for those future hires. And it does dilute everybody that has ownership. So if you take a 10% set aside, if you have 1 million shares outstanding in your company, you're going to take 100,000 of them and put them aside, and nobody gets those shares right now. But then you make hire for a COO and they get 2%, and a CTO and they get 3%. Those don't come out of that $900,000 pool. They would be issued out of that stock option pool. And the reality is, if you have a successful company that's growing, one of the most important things you can do is hire high caliber, great people. And you should want them to feel like they are part of that upside, that they have a part of that upside. You want them to be motivated by the value of that upside. That's what will keep them driving and working hard and grinding for your company. That upside potentially has the ability to be so much more valuable than the cash compensation that you're paying them in the short run. Now, you often see requirements from venture funds like, hey, we're going to invest, $1 million in your next round. A part of our agreement is that you have to establish a 10% employee stock option pool. Venture funds make this a requirement for 2 reasons. One is they know that you're going to need to hire a lot of really good people, and we're going to give you some money to do that. And so we want to make sure that you have the equity or that tool in your toolbox to attract and retain that talent. They also will make you do it prior to them investing so that they don't get diluted by it. And that's just the reality of the universe. Now, that's one of those things that you can negotiate when you're negotiating your deals. And we're not going to get super deep into that, but it's an important thing to know when you're raising a round of capital that that's another lever, is how big is that employee stock option pool? Because that's real dilution for a founder. It's not just your valuation. It's not just control terms, but employee stock option pools should matter. And you should negotiate that and think about that because it does have real dilution consequences. Employee stock option pools at the end of the day are really important for founders to have. They're a tool in your toolbox to attract and retain talent. Use them wisely. And once established, if you never use it, it all goes back. And so there's almost can be a reverse dilution effect on your company.